PSW shortage was a crisis. What they didn't tell you is who is filling those jobs and why so many Canadians are being pushed aside. The truth they're hiding starts now. Section 1. The shocking opening. Canada's healthcare system is under immense strain, especially in long-term and home care. Personal support workers, PSWs, are at the front line, but amidst the critical shortages, a growing belief circulates. Are Canadians being edged out by foreign-born workers? Walk into many care facilities across Toronto, Vancouver or Calgary, and you'll notice a large number of PSWs are immigrants, particularly from the Philippines and India. For some Canadians seeking these jobs, this can feel like a silent displacement. These concerns aren't random fears. Many Canadian-born applicants report applying repeatedly for PSW roles with no response, only to see them filled quickly by newcomers. This fuels a belief that hiring favors those with certain ethnic or immigrant backgrounds. In Toronto, immigrants make up a significant share of the PSW workforce, with Filipino women forming a large portion of that group. While official numbers alone don't prove exclusion, the visibility of these trends in workplaces adds weight to the perception. The PSW role is one of the most accessible healthcare jobs without lengthy schooling, making it highly sought after by Canadians in need of stable employment. When access seems limited, tensions rise quickly. Even without complete statistical breakdowns of hiring decisions, the combination of visible demographic shifts and repeated reports from job seekers indicates that this is an issue worth investigating and addressing openly. Section 2. How it happened. To understand how we arrived here, we need to go back several years. Canada's aging population created a massive demand for PSWs, and recruiters looked abroad for solutions. Countries like the Philippines, with their strong nursing and caregiving traditions, became primary targets for recruitment drives. India quickly joined this pipeline, as agencies there offered caregiver training tied directly to Canadian work placements. Workers from these countries were seen as reliable, willing to relocate, and ready to take on the challenges of healthcare work. Over time, home care agencies and healthcare firms became dominated by staff and managers from these communities. Recruitment began to operate within familiar networks, creating an informal but powerful hiring loop. During the pandemic, the urgency for staffing exploded. Immigration programs designed for caregivers turned into high-volume entry routes for PSWs, bringing in large numbers of workers from the same countries year after year. Once settled, many of these PSWs referred friends and relatives, creating an even faster recruitment chain. This insider network gave them a hiring advantage that Canadian applicants without similar ties couldn't match. While this pattern exists in other industries, in healthcare it feels more personal, as it directly impacts care for the elderly and vulnerable, a sector many Canadians feel they should have priority in. Section 3. The impact on Canadian workers. For Canadian job seekers, the frustration is not just about losing out once, it's about being repeatedly passed over for roles they're qualified to fill. Many report months of applying without success. Some eventually leave the healthcare field entirely, choosing other forms of work just to survive financially. The result is a loss of valuable local talent in a sector that desperately needs stability. In smaller towns and rural areas, the shift is even more visible. Facilities that once relied heavily on local hires now employ mostly foreign-born PSWs, leading to feelings of being pushed out in their own communities. Wages are another point of contention. With a larger pool of workers willing to accept lower pay or less desirable shifts, there's little pressure for employers to raise compensation or improve conditions. Economic realities show that when the labor pool is oversaturated, pay rates tend to stagnate or decline, which discourages Canadian-born workers from entering or staying in the PSW field. The combination of hiring challenges, stagnant wages, and the perception of being excluded has left many Canadians disillusioned with the sector at a time when their participation is needed most. Section 4. The systems